What up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to another video. I'm Jay Royce, Gym Bro, Tech Guy, and in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys an app that's about to skyrocket your gains because I'm tired of you looking like a
skinny bitch.
Thank you, C-Bum. I wasn't gonna say it, but somebody had to. If you missed my last video, which by the way, if you did, check it out up here, I went over a food tracker so that we can get our bodies in order and stop looking like White Goodman at the end of Dodgeball.
Fucking Chuck Norris.
And today, we're gonna be going over my favorite workout tracking app, which is called Strong, because I want you guys to get strong and all of my followers need to be jacked, tan, and juicy AF so we can look like these guys. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna go over today's video, the benefits of tracking your workout, as well as why Strong is my workout tracker of choice at the moment. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. So if you're not tracking your workouts, you need to start tracking them now. Because if you're in the gym, how do you know you're making progress? And if you're not making progress, you're not getting gains. And if you're not getting gains, you're just wasting your time in the gym. Now, as Coach Greg always says,
Train harder than last time.
And I couldn't agree more. So tracking your workouts can help you in a multitude of ways. You can see if you're undertraining or overtraining to help with progression or stagnation. It's gonna also help you guys know what exercises work best for you, because not every exercise is gonna individually affect the same person the same way. And lastly, for all those people working 9 to 5s and who just don't have the time for fitness, tracking your workouts help you streamline each and every workout, making it 10 times more efficient. And that's why you need to be tracking your workouts. And that's where the Strong app comes in. So jumping into the Strong app, guys, quickly just gonna go over the app. So on the left-hand side, we have the profile function here, which is just a little profile, not too much going on there. Then you have a history logger of all your workouts, as well as a calendar view of all the workouts that you've been hitting. And then when you open the app, you do start off on this start workout page. And this is where you're gonna have all of your saved workouts in these folder views, which you can collapse and open up as well. Then moving over into the exercise database, there's a huge exercise database with tons of exercises. You can look them up by body part, cardio, full body, core, all that stuff, as well as category if you're looking for a specific exercise related to a dumbbell, barbell machine, or anything like that. Then the next thing that Strong offers is if you look into any of the exercises, we're gonna go with deadlift in this example, there is an instructions list of how to repeat the exercise, as well as a little GIF or video on how to perform that exercise. Then something really cool that I like is the history of your exercise, all the workouts you performed it in. Sorry, I meant this is my favorite part, is the charts. So you can actually go into these charts of your best set, total volume, your PR progression, and your max consecutive reps, and also open that as a full-on graph. So this will look really cool, obviously, once you log a ton of workouts. And then lastly, I do like that they have your records here in a nice, easy to view place, your 1 rep max, the max weight you've done, and the max volume I think you've done in one particular workout. So that's really cool as well. And then as we get into the last section, they do have this measurements page for your body. I don't really use this, but I did mention that this is something that people were looking for in my last video when I reviewed Macro Factor. So if you're using Macro Factor in conjunction with the Strong app, this would be perfect because you do get the ability to measure your body parts. Okay guys, so those were some other features of the app, but the main place that you're gonna be spending most of your time is in the start workout page. Now, of course, with this app, we have the ability to create our own workouts, but to save them, you will have to get to the pro version or you're capped at about 2 or 3. So I'm just gonna show you what the main page looks like. I do have a leg day today, so we're gonna start this workout. And this is what each of your workouts is going to look like. You have a rest timer in the top left, and then it shows you all of your exercises in this nice layout. Really do like it. And then you have the ability to set what type of set you're doing, as you can see here, and then set the weight that you're gonna start working at. So let's say 135 for warm-up set, as well as put in the reps. You hit next, and then it checks it off as you've completed the set. And then also you have the ability to use a plate calculator, as you can see here. Do need to add some weight right there. I don't like this function. I will talk about that in a bit. And then we get to 4. Set that. You also have the ability to set a focus metric, as well as you have all these additional functions for each individual exercise. Add a note, warm-up set, replace exercise, rest timer, etc., etc. You also have the ability to change the type of bar you'll be using right here, which is really cool, and I'll talk about that a little bit later as well. And then that is the main gist of the app, and this is where you'll be spending most of your time. Okay guys, we just went over the main functions of the app, but let's hop over to the gym so I can tell you guys about my favorite features of the app. Okay, so we just finished our warm-up sets, and one thing I really like about the Strong app is there is a way to differentiate what type of sets you're actually doing, and there's 3 sets. So one is a warm-up set, the next is a drop set, and the last one is a failure set. Now, if you've been lifting for a while, you know how crucial it is to track these things, and the ability to do that in this app is something that I do really appreciate. Another thing that you can do in this app is when you're actually going through the rep counter, instead of counting just by how many reps you did, you can actually use an RPE scale, which I really like, especially if you guys are working with coaches or any power lifters out there. This is a really useful function, and that attention to detail for weightlifters is really great. If you're a beginner and not much of that makes sense to you, don't worry about that. You don't need that stuff, but can be something you work up into and figuring out why that would work for you.
Hey, one more.
Sorry, this workout's a little all over the place, but one of the major things that I really like about Strong, and I haven't seen on another fitness app, is the ability to create folders. So all these other fitness apps basically give you a long list of all the workouts that you have, so it makes it kind of hard to organize what is what, and then you have to get really specific about your names. But with the Strong app, you basically make a folder, which I'll show you guys an example right here. So I put where I got the workout, what it is, and then on the inside, you can easily label each workout and collapse and open these folders, which makes organization a key and is really one of the biggest features that I liked about this app. And another feature I really like about the Strong app is the auto rest timer feature. So when you finish a set and hit next, you set the certain amount of time that you want to wait in between each exercise, and it'll auto start when you hit next to the next rep. And a really cool feature about this as well is you can minimize it and move throughout the app while the timer is still going. So this is a really cool feature to make sure your workouts keep their pace, as well as it's just another easy way so you don't have to wear a watch. I mean, I use my Apple Watch, but this is a really cool feature that I know a lot of people do use. And the next thing I really like about the Strong app is the note-taking functionality. And there's 3 ways to use this. So the first one is you can take a master note within each workout that will be recorded in that specific workout. And the second note you can take is in each specific workout, you can take a note under each specific exercise. And the last and final way to take a note is you can take a note in each specific exercise and pin that note so that once you pull up that workout again, that note will remain in the workout. The other 2 ways is only recorded for that specific workout so that once you go back and look over it, you can see what notes you wrote. Now, the possibility and the use case for this is actually endless, but a few ways you can use this is the master note. You can basically write how you felt for each individual workout. And the way that I use the next 2 notes is I pin the notes, and the way that I use them is, one, if there's an exercise that I have to set up with certain variables, I write down those variables and pin it so that when I go to do that exercise again, the setup is quick and easy. And the second way I use the notes function is by pinning a note to the actual exercise. So last week when I did bench press, My last set I did 190 for 7, but I would have totally forgot that if I didn't write this note. And what I wrote in the note was that I had 190 for 8. So this week on my second set, I did 190 for 8, and then I did 195 for about 7.5, 8, as you guys just saw. So I'll actually change that pin note to this week to 195 for 7.5, God help with 8. So next week I know where I'm at and how to continue to progress. Ooh, I'm tired. Okay, just finished the workout, guys, and I just wanted to go over some nice to haves about the app that I really do like. So the first one is that you have the ability to set up supersets. So basically you set up the supersets, and then once you complete an exercise, it jumps to the next one, and then back and forth and back and forth. But you do have to set that up as a superset together, as I'll be showing you over here. You have to go in, set it up. You can't set up a superset right from the exercises that you already put into your workout. The next thing I really do like that I kind of mentioned earlier is that you can change the type of bar you're using for each lift. So if you're using a hex bar or a barbell or a easy curl bar, you can change that, as you guys can see on the screen here. And then lastly, I do just really like the app design overall. I think it's really clean and put together, and it makes everything simple. The last app that I used was it was a bit much to handle on the eye, and I don't know, just going from the stacked app to this app, I really do like how this one is designed. So one problem I do have with this app is that I was setting up for barbell bent over rows right here, and I put 155 in the app. And so when I went to click on the calculator to show me which weights I should put on the bar, it showed me a 45 and 2 5s instead of auto generating to just one 10-pound weight on each side. And I don't know if that's a problem with all of these workout tracking apps, but it's really frustrating because sometimes I get confused, and the user layout of their weight adder upper or their weight calculator, I just don't really like it, and I wish it was more like the stacked app, which I'll show you guys here. And the rest of these guys aren't my personal dislikes, but some things that I thought you guys might dislike and should be aware of. So for the beginners out there, the first thing is this app doesn't come with any preloaded workouts. Now for me, this doesn't really bother me, but I know if you guys are coming to this app looking for some preloaded workouts, you'll be disappointed because this just doesn't have any. And in my honest opinion, preloaded workouts generally aren't that great to begin with, so just be aware of that. And another thing that was kind of odd about the Strong app is when creating a new exercise, you only have the ability to group that new exercise by a major body part. Now, what does this mean? Let's say you create a new exercise that targets your biceps. When you go to log it in there under what category of body part does this work out, it's only gonna allow you to check off arm instead of bicep, and that's across all muscle groups. And of course, I gotta mention the price because I know we're all free junkies, but sometimes you just gotta pay for that good stuff. So Strong comes in at $29.99 for a yearly fee, which breaks down to about $250 a month, which is super affordable. You can see all of these Strong Pro features right here, but Strong does also offer a free version of the app. It obviously does come with some limitations, but at least you get to try it out, see if you like it before you make that $30 commitment. Just buy it, because I know you guys want to try it before you spend your life savings on a workout app. So all in all, guys, this app has seriously helped skyrocket my gains and allowed me to
train harder than last time.
Thanks, Coach Greg. Always need that advice from Coach Greg. But this app has a ton of features, super easy to use, and I think is a must-have for anybody who weight trains, regardless of how experienced you are. That's the end of this video, guys. But if you enjoyed this video and you want to be jacked, tan, and juicy AF, please consider smashing that subscribe button. Helps me out. I'm going to keep pumping out the fitness content. But that's the end of this video, guys. I'm Jay Royce, Gym Bro, Tech Guy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.